What's happening, Marvel fans? I am Dial here with some movie news. Um, I don't know if this was supposed to be movie news, but hey, when Denzel talks, he's gonna say whatever he wants. What am I referring to exactly? Well, according to the Hollywood Reporter, Denzel Washington was doing some press interviews for his upcoming film. He's going to be in Gladiator 2, directed by Ridley Scott. And in an interview, he just revealed that Ryan Coogler is writing a part for him in the next Black Panther film. So, like I said, I don't know if he was supposed to say that, but are you going to tell Denzel Washington no? Are you going to tell him to stop talking? I don't think so. So I guess we can assume that this is official, um, or it's about to be official. And you know what? I'm actually really interested in this. First of all, Denzel Washington. What is there to say about Denzel Washington that hasn't already been said before? He's a fantastic actor. He's a legend in Hollywood. Um, yeah, and I think if this is true that Ryan Coogler is writing a part for him in Black Panther, I think Denzel will instantly elevate the Black Panther franchise for sure. And once again, just having another A-list actor making their appearance in the MCU, they've been getting a lot of really great actors in this universe. Like the list is endless. Sir Anthony Hopkins, Christian Bale, Kate Blanchett, Michael Douglas, like literally the list goes on and on. And now we have Denzel Washington being in a Black Panther film. Now a lot of people were fan casting. A lot of people already did want Denzel Washington to be in the MCU, but a lot of people were preferring him to possibly play Magneto when they reboot the X-Men. Um, I personally wasn't like the biggest fan of that, to be honest. I mean, not to say that he would do a bad job, but I just don't think I would want to see Denzel Washington play Magneto. I would prefer him to have another role. Like I see why they were trying to cast him as that, because there are other rumors that Giancarlo Esposito was going to be Professor X, and I guess is their way of like, um, having more in inclusive stuff with casting and race swapping and stuff like that. And I guess them wanting to change the origins of Magneto, because the original origin probably wouldn't fit for a modern era. So whatever that is, I wouldn't have hated him being Magneto, but he definitely would not be my first choice. But him being in a Black Panther film, I would absolutely see that. Now, uh, I've already said before that my excitement or my enthusiasm for the Black Panther franchise has been tainted significantly ever since the release of Wakanda Forever. I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm still kind of affected by it. Um, I've been very vocal that I thought it was a mistake for them to kill off T'Challa, and I really wish they just recasted him. And this is not to disrespect the passing of Chadwick Boseman, because he did a fantastic job as T'Challa, but the character needed to continue on. So I really wish they recasted him, and because they didn't do that, it started a ripple effect of very questionable choices that happened in Wakanda Forever that affected the franchise going forward. So I don't know. I will still see Black Panther content, but I'm not really that excited for stuff in the future. Not until they, find a way to bring T'Challa back into the story. I'm gonna see Eyes of Wakanda, obviously, but I'm not excited for a Black Panther 3. But when you tell me that Denzel Washington is going to be a part of Black Panther 3, my ears perked up a little bit. So I'm very curious to see what role he's going to play in it. What character is he going to be? Is he going to be a character from the comics, or is he going to be an original character? Because I also was looking carefully at the wording that they used, that Ryan Coogler is writing a role for him. So what does that mean exactly? Like, because that's very broad. Writing a role for Denzel Washington. So it makes it seem like he originally wasn't going to be in the film, and I guess he had like a conversation with Denzel, and then Coogler was like, you know what, you weren't in the original plans, but I'm actually going to find a role for you to be in here because I really want you to be in the film. That could be that case, or he always was in the plans, but he's probably not going to be a big character from the comics. He's probably going to be an original character that Ryan Coogler made for his Black Panther world, which I think that'll be fine. I can't really think off the top of my head if there's any characters from the comics that I could see him playing in Black Panther. I mean, I think he'll be great in most characters from, whatever character they want to choose in the comics for him to play. I'm sure he'll knock it out of the park, but I'm having a hard time thinking instantly, who would Denzel Washington play? I don't know. You guys comment below if you guys have any ideas what Denzel Washington could play in the film. What character do you think he'll be from the comics? But I don't know. I'm just gonna wait and see what happens, and whatever role he's in, I hope it's not a throwaway, because that also could be a possibility. Sometimes when they get these A-level actors, they don't put them in significant roles. They just have them for that one throwaway role in one film, and then you don't see them ever again, or they get killed off, or stuff like that. Hopefully, they're not doing that with Denzel in the Black Panther films. Now, another thing that seemed kind of vague, and maybe it's semantics on my part, but I just couldn't help but think like how general and broad the statement was in the next Black Panther film. Now, a lot of people could assume that talk about Black Panther 3. That's like the obvious assumption, right? Black Panther 3. But maybe it's not going to be a Black Panther 3. Maybe it could be a prequel. Maybe it could be a spin-off of some sort. You don't know. Would I prefer them to move forward with the story? Sure, absolutely. Especially if they find a way to bring back T'Challa's character. But I would be open to seeing Denzel in a Black Panther prequel as well, because seeing the history of the previous Black Panthers also interests me. I know that's going to be us stalling from not having present day stuff without T'Challa and Shuri, I guess, still being the Black Panther right now. But I've always been interested in the history of Black Panther, so seeing a prequel, I wouldn't mind seeing that if Denzel is going to be in that time period. But yeah, I mean, once again, it's like, I don't know if Denzel was supposed to talk about it. I don't know if they're still in talks with him being in the movie, but it's like he's saying Ryan Coogler's writing a role for him. I'm guessing talks will have already happened, or they're starting to have talks about him being in the film. I don't know, but yeah, it makes me a little more interested to see where they're going to go from here. Like, initially, I started to lose interest, but you tell me Denzel's going to be in it, I'd be like, okay, let's see what you got. But those are my thoughts on Denzel possibly being in the next Black Panther film. What do you guys think about it? Are you guys excited that he possibly could be in the next Black Panther film? What role do you think Denzel will play? Do you think he's going to be an original character, or do you guys think he's going to be playing a character from the comics? What direction do you see the Black Panther franchise going from here? Do you guys think they'll be able to keep the franchise strong without T'Challa, or do you guys think they should recast T'Challa or find a way to bring his character back into the universe? Let me know your thoughts down below.